Hi, and welcome to another episode of Your Future, Your Finances. I'm your host, Brian Kuhn. We have a great segment today. We're talking about identifying businesses and organizations in the National Capital Area for their ethical practices. There's an award in the area called the National Capital Business Ethics Award. We're speaking with two board members of that award and how it works and what the organizations do. So Chris and Rob, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian.
So Rob, Chris, tell us a little bit about the award itself and its history.
Well, the National Capital Business Ethics Awards, which we refer to as NCBEA, obviously because of the long name, is put on by the local chapter of the Society of Financial Service Professionals in partnership with George Mason. So the award's been in effect since 2001, and it was really born out of the American Business Ethics Awards, which was a program put on by the National Society of Financial Service Professionals. Our local chapter started ours in 2001, like I mentioned. And since then, we've partnered with George Mason, who's been a great partner. The mission for our awards is to recognize local companies who have a strong commitment to business ethics and also have a very high standard of civic and social responsibility. Our goal is to kind of raise the standard by which companies in our local community operate. So we want to really shine a light on these companies that are doing things the right way. And the partnership with George Mason is really interesting and kind of helps us accomplish our second initiative, which is to introduce, I want to say, tomorrow's leaders, tomorrow's business leaders coming out of university to ethical practices in business. So they're able to get a great hands-on experience and really observe it in real life. So we're currently in the process of taking nominations for our Spring 2018 award. And our nomination season will run until July 31st. And nominations can be made on our website, businessethics.org.
And how did each of you get involved in the organization? Let's start with you.
Well, I got involved with the organization as an adjunct professor at George Mason University, teaching two classes, Applied Ethics and Leadership Theory and Practice. Just like it was mentioned earlier, I have a passion for leadership, and the ability to mold young minds with respect to business ethics is what I'm really passionate about. We in the class we do scenarios, and we give the students an opportunity to let us know where they stand with respect to business ethics. And then we take that out with respect to the Business Ethics Awards, take that out to the community, to those businesses, and have them see firsthand exactly how it's done from a business perspective.
Fantastic. And for you?
So I'm probably the newest member of the committee, and which is a great place to be in because, like I said, it's been a program that's run very smoothly since 2001. So I get to kind of jump on board. And I'm working with the organization right now and just helping us kind of evolve and tackle a couple new issues. Kind of the interest in being a part of this stemmed out of the work that I do with businesses. I love talking about businesses. I love talking to business leaders. And so it just was sort of a natural fit to get involved with the program. And one of the byproducts that Rob and I were just talking about is the ability to also work with George Mason and work with students. I've had the opportunity to speak with Rob's class, and it's just a really energizing experience to see the enthusiasm that these kids have, and just to know that we're playing a little bit of a role in helping them. So it's been good. It's been great from that perspective.
Yeah, that's pretty valuable. So you have any examples of what it's meant to you and your experience in it?
Well, I'm 20 years military, so I'm a retired lieutenant colonel, and leadership is my passion. But the military lets you know that there's one way of doing it, lead and follow method of leadership, and there's so many other different ways. But I really got involved in this as a result of the Enron scandal, to be honest with you. And it's just seeing how at the top, if you're not ethical from that perspective, it just permeates throughout the organization. So what I wanted to do was, in teaching leadership, my leadership class wanted to infuse the ethical component of leadership, to let them know that you'll only probably go as far as your integrity and your ethics will allow you to go. And we use the Enron as an example, and it's never more exemplified by the way that it was mishandled with respect to what they were doing at the top and how it went throughout the organization.
Okay. Some of the examples of the companies or how they get nominated?
Well, as I mentioned, the nomination period is going on right now. And in the past, a lot of our nominees have come from CPAs, attorneys, and financial advisors who are members of the Society of Financial Service Professionals, and also members from the community at large. Anyone can nominate. We love nominations from employees of firms, from companies that do business together, one business recommending another business. So anyone can nominate. All companies are eligible to be nominees, with the exception of financial service companies. We wanted to make this something that was specifically for the community outside of our financial services organization. So financial service companies aren't eligible for the awards. And it's interesting that a lot of the CPAs and attorneys are the ones, and financial advisors are the ones that are doing the nominations. Getting to what Rob just mentioned about ethical issues in business. The financial services industry has certainly had a number of them. And that's why it's really important to us as an organization to be a part of this and to show that the majority, the vast majority, 99.9% of the financial services industry is doing things the right way, and it's meaningful. It means something to us to do things the right way. So
let's take a break. We'll get right back to that question. We'll continue on. We're speaking about the National Capital Business Ethics Awards program, which is going on, recognizing ethical practices among companies right here in this community. We'll be right back. You're watching Your Future, Your Finances.